Well, we are back with another Thursday fight night here live at Cardiff Firestorm Games, and you're not seeing it wrong. That is the one, the only Jacko. We're trying to convince him, by the way. He was showing us earlier a photo of him with facial hair.
Yeah, I'm thinking about growing the moustache back. I don't know.
Sound off if you want it.
Yeah,
I think everyone does, because
if we reach double figure viewers, but I'll try and grow it for next week.
or
You'll see a little like a little toothbrush next week.
We'll even go with like 50 likes on a video.
50 likes on a video.
Yeah. Talking of videos though, do give us a share, like, and subscribe, and check out all of our socials at CymruCactuars.com.
Yeah, not quite got the Opus 23 up on the video on the line yet, but I'm sure they are coming imminently.
Yes, absolutely. But that being said, though, Opus 23,
new card season, baby.
Absolutely, and we are in for a ride. Chaos is stomping around and doing horrible things to us.
You know it's bad because Mason in round one his deck is an anti-chaos deck. So we're going to hop straight over and see what he's got brewing.
Exactly that. So it will be his opponent as well is Paul Fallon playing with Water Lightning Science. So that should be an interesting one.
Yeah, so it shows the power of this new Chaos card. Now, I know Paul McAvoy, for those of you that tuned in last week, absolutely popped off with it. And so the fact that we're week 2 into the set, and people are already making decks to counter, just shows you how nuts this new Chaos card is.
Yeah, exactly that. But also the amount of calls, and I will say that I am also championing for it to be banned, because I think it is just so unhealthy for the game. But in the meantime, though, we are just going to go Lena Pass. Seems like a
not quite.
Oh no!
Got Lena Alisei Ishtola. So Paul on repping a lot of the new Scions.
Yeah, that should be... Well, you say new Scions. None of those are new, but...
No, but there are new Scions coming.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. There will be new Scions coming.
New Ishtola, I think, is a strong one, but the best is probably the new Estinian. But we are seeing Mason on the Mannequin's backup line there, which is a good one. So, getting his Earth fix with a Lady Antiquity off the search.
This is almost synonymous with Mason, this Mannequin's package. You know, he's still repping it to this day.
I think not just that, but the actual Earth Lightning itself is, I think, synonymous with Mason at this point. As long as it's got those elements, I'm usually sure he's playing it. But, oh wow, we are going straight in with a cloud to get that Ishtola off the board.
Yeah, Mason obviously happy just to get rid of that early, doesn't want it causing any problems. But the Mannequins are super powerful now because the thought process is if you've got an X-Death, if your opponent's milling about 1 million cards in their turn, if you get an X-Death down early, you can remove all of that break zone, take out the Hasty Boys for the Chaos deck, and then you can already get your X-Death online thanks to your opponent. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, though, Paul showing here that why Leo Pass is exactly why one of the best plays you can do from LB.
Absolute get out of jail free card, that, I tell you.
Well, again though, he's still only on one backup, and he can't get through 8 Clay Cloud at the moment.
Whereas Mason is hitting his backup curve now, so he's got his Rydia down.
Yeah, and it just saw the X-Death in his hand there as well, actually. So
so I'm assuming we're grabbing the Seymour here, and then what are some, maybe a Mist Dragon? Oh, absolutely stacked. All 3 Mist Dragons right next to each other.
Yeah, and we'll shout out, hey Jack, thank you for joining us always. Calgary 2, appreciate you tuning in. I know Jack has been sat this side where you are usually.
I know, it's weird. Just think of me like Jack with a bit more O.
Hey! Or so I go, oh!
Right, anyway, so Mason getting the Seymour. Is he going to play it? I think his only lightning card is X-Death, so I think he may hold on to it. No EX burst help for Paul. Hits the Louis Soir, which he would have loved to have seen. That would have been a really nice backup to see for him.
Yeah, exactly that. Not that he really needs the colour fixing, but I think just to get the extra resources online.
Yeah, just having a lightning backup access would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mason.
It kind of looks like Mason's next couple turns are determined. We know he's got a Lady Antiquity. We know he's got the Seymour as well. But does he just play one on curve pass, then play another, or do we see him go to 4 next turn?
He may go to 4 next turn, and then his XF will cost 2, so it opens up those avenues.
Yeah. Interesting to see as well. He's got the Gilgamesh there, but I'm pretty sure he also discarded Galuf.
He did, yeah.
So that's an
Interesting that he's playing both of those because most people do one or the other.
Bang! Never punished.
Bang!
We hit the Odin. It's shot at a Leo though, but
but it does help Paul out because it does get the draw off the Lena.
yeah. And he did remember that trigger. Not many people do. That's pretty nice to see.
Compulsory?
It is compulsory, yeah. Oh, so King of Amicia and a Alpha Note. That's it. A new Alpha Note at that. So let's see if I can find that one.
Oh, and he's got this cane, the 3 CP one that lets him grab a Water Cat 4 character. I wonder what Water Cat 4 characters he's running.
Cat 4 Porum, perhaps?
Yes, very good point. Cloud going in again, hits a lightning. Love to see that card in damage.
Well, there's that new Alpha Note. Doesn't do anything yet, but later on that could, if you maybe chump block or lose your Alice, playing it back onto the field is a nice way to start sort of swinging your forwards back, I suppose.
Yeah. Jack also celebrating seeing our new Odin. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
That is the Cymru Cactuars promo.
Yeah.
Well, not promo.
A spoiler. Yeah, absolutely.
And we could be about to see a second one in damage.
Yeah.
There it
yeah.
is.
See you later. Just go on.
What a beautiful card.
Hit me. I dare you. Just hit me once. Goes on top there, Mason. Thank you. Yeah, Paul on top of things there. Keeping Mason on the up and up. Not that I'm saying that he's a cheater. Just,
I'm doing the honourable thing, keeping it face up, so Paul knows it's there should his senile old brain catch the better of him.
Yeah, to be honest though, he's more gentlemanly than me. I definitely would have turned it face down and forgotten it was there myself. My old senile brain as well. Yep, here we go. Again, though, do you want to give Paul a draw?
Well, this is the thing. That's what Mason's deciding.
Yeah, we're not. And also at the same time, because we know that Alpha Note is in the backup line, we
got to feel sus as Mason there when Paul knows that Odin just happily swings into it.
Yeah.
And we've got a Tartaru down. So this is another new card, new backup, Scion backup.
Yeah, absolutely. That will allow him to draw cards if he's got sort of critical mass almost.
And also that Alpha Note, Paul has hidden nothing there. He's left it upright, so should the Alice die, he's like, well, I've got this Alpha Note ready to go. Get the Alice straight back, and then get that Y'shtola that you worked so hard to kill earlier straight back again.
Yeah. It looks like we're probably going... we could easily go to 5 backups if we're Mason here.
The question is, do you want to?
Yeah, because you maybe don't want to fill out your slot for Shantato or something, right?
None of your backups are breakable.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you could be running Sonon, so that could free up some space.
So I think he's got Rydia, he's got the Mannequin Lightning, he's also got Reeve in his back. He's got so many backups. It feels like he's
stockpiling them a bit,
maybe he's also drawn a little bit dead. But he is going with Reeve, so we're going to look at the top 4, I believe. Top 3? Top 3, yeah. Add one to hand. Reeve is a great card because you don't need to give away any knowledge to your opponent.
It looks like he's grabbed a Billy Bob off that, so that gives him a few more options and decision trees. I wonder if he's thinking about getting he's got a Man in Black in his breaks and he could get. That's Gilgamesh, we know he's got there as well. So Cloud coming in again.
Reeve against Reeve.
A bit of Reeve on Reeve action.
Usually you got to pay extra for that.
Can you bereave it?
Oh God, get out. You've been storing up these puns for days, haven't you?
Yeah, I've missed it. I've missed being on comms. Right, didn't quite see what Paul grabbed there off the Reeve. But Paul's had a nice, cool 6 cards in hand, I believe now. So hopefully can see some action now.
I mean, in theory, if we can get to an Astinian, we can play that for discarding a Scion, attack with it, add the Scion back. You probably want to see an Y'shtola, but do you want to waste it on killing a Cloud? That's the tricky
Well, I feel like Paul wants to get that Wind Y'shtola back. I feel like he was gunning for that earlier.
Well, you were talking about Cat 4 characters earlier. There's an old school Porum there as well.
Nice.
There's the discard.
And he's going to grab it straight back with the cane.
Love it.
1 CP cane.
This guy.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he won't have haste because he owns the Alice.
Correct.
But still, so I think Paul opting for that 4 CP Porum. Probably because EX Burst is busted, but also it stops action abilities, am I right? So maybe he's got that in mind for that Hylothus.
Potentially. I mean...
Or as I'm going to dub him for this Pokémon, the Hippopotamus.
The Hippopotamus is, entirely possible. Again, though, it is just a 4 CP card that adds something to hand that doesn't give away knowledge to your opponent either. So, Mason absolutely going to be okay seeing the Lady of Antiquity go to break. He doesn't want any more backup Sklog in his hand.
We don't quite get the triple Odin damage that we all wanted.
Yeah. I think we'd probably be running around here with our shirts over our head if that did actually happen, though. Speaking of the Odin, there's one being discarded. We're going to play that Porum. So look at top 3 and add a card. Can't make out what they called there.
The most recent, the last one is a Tataru, I think. So I think he's starting definitely not that.
Yeah.
It's between. Oh no, maybe it wasn't a Tataru. Let's see. He has decided to keep it, so maybe we'll find out now.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe see a Shantato from Mason here, but the only Shantato he's going to be able... No, he can't even do the LB ones. He's used his Cloud.
He's used his Cloud, so he's Shantato.
He needs to start matching board presence with Paul here, or he's going to be in real trouble.
The thing is, we know he's got a bunch of backups in hand, but I guess this is the advantage of Limit Break, is he can go digging into the Limit Break.
I mean, in theory, he could be playing the new Edge as well, which would be quite nice. But you kind of need to get, again, a bit more mass out there for your 7Ks, because it doesn't give haste. So...
Yeah, it feels a bit of a waste on this board, so we're going to go for the Billy Bob.
And what do we get back?
Yeah, Man in Black.
Yeah,
he's going to go digging for some help. And I feel like we're going to play the Man in Black straight off the bat. So looking at discarding 2... Trying to work out if he needs to discard.
He's got a Tyro and Radia in hand. I think that's why he's thinking of discarding 2 here.
I'd almost be inclined to tap 3, discard the Tyro or Radia, and grab a Q-Sith back. Has he got a Q-Sith in there? No.
Didn't look like he had many summons, to be honest.
We know he's got the Mist Dragon in hand because he grabbed that off the Radia right at the start of the game. So he's going to be discarding 2 to play the Man in Black.
Okay.
What have we got? There is a Q-Sith there.
I missed that one entirely. Yeah, so Man in Black out. That is going to be an interesting one. He's still got a bit of Eartha.
Which it looks like he's going to be using straight away. He's going in for an X-Step already.
I don't think it's going to be live with the number of characters though, right?
It won't be. I think it'll just be big. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on Mason's side.
And only 4 on Paul. So yeah, it is just 10k.
It's 10k, but we do know that Mason has got that Mist Dragon, so he will be able to get there at some point. Yeah.
What's nice though is, as we're saying now, Mason does have almost critical mass to face down potentially a large amount of Scions from Paul as well. Obviously we got the Kusha shenanigans with the Man in Black trigger. So
yes. And you know Water Lightning hasn't got too many board wipes. The board wipes you're looking at would be something like a Garuda, which wouldn't do much.
Yeah.
And then the big one really would be the Legend Ishtola, the Lightning one, and doing the Lightning S effect.
Yeah. But Paul going in with an Urianger. We are looking... Yeah, we've got a new Thancred. Let's take a look at that one while they're obviously looking over it as well.
I'm not sure I've seen this one, to be honest. I'm a bit out of the loop on all the new cards. I was just saying to Fish before. He's kindly donated a lot of commons and rares to me from the new set, so I've been stoked to see all the new stuff. So here we go.
So choose one forward opponent controls if you control 4 more job signs, which Paul absolutely does at the moment.
Yeah, he now has 5.
Yeah, so basically you can choose one forward, break it, and then when he's put from the field into the break zone, you may play a 3-drop from your break zone onto the field.
Very nice.
Yeah,
and it looks like Paul choosing to keep hold of it. He's gone for the Lightning for a dull and a draw.
Yeah. Oh.
So talking about the dull effect from Alice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when a Waterford enters the field, he gets a dull something, but it is only once per turn.
Yeah. Decahedron, thank you again for joining us as always. Appreciate you dropping by. And your ears do not deceive you. It is the sultry tones of Jacko in the booth next to me.
But ASMR. No ASMR fans in there.
No, they just want sexy talk in the ear, not ASMR.
Bow, bow, bow. Well, all the sexy talking is being done by Paul Fallon right now, as it's his turn, and he's got an absolutely stacked hand, or is that his limit break? No, that is his hand.
Yeah, and there we go. Man in Black has dropped because of the entry from that new Thancred.
So that Thancred being able to kill something, it hits Tyro.
Never punished.
I feel like we have to go Neo X step here.
We're doing it. That is a draw that Paul needs.
Yeah.
Draw a card, Paul.
Okay, so we're going for the Sonon. Try and buy Sonon. Yeah, I feel like we don't need to board wipe here. Because if we board wipe, we're killing quite a number of our own forwards, and we're getting quite close to getting an online X deck.
Yeah, exactly. I think we need to hit the Mist Dragon as soon as possible here, I think. Oh, wait, here we go. Sonon, I think, is coming in.
I imagine we'll kill the Porum and then block the Alisei.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is exactly what is happening.
Yeah. Just clarifying that they both die because the Sonon kills it on the block. Because it's minus 5k power. So yeah, Mason in a good position here, thanks to that. He's now freed up some room in his backline should he need it.
He does need to be careful though, because the Alisei is gone now, and we do know the Alpha No is ready and active.
There's that Ishtola we were talking about, and that X-Death goes.
Yeah, that X-Death is not going to survive that amount of power reduction.
So it looks like Mason's got another Mist Dragon, so he's now double Mist Dragon and a... What is that final card? Looks like an Odin, a 5-cost Odin.
I think, if I'm reading this right, Bigger D Badger is asking if it's Jacko next to me.
Biggity Badger, it absolutely bloody is. Also, I shouldn't say that.
No, it's fine. I think that was the perfect response. Nailed it, no notes.
Yeah. Wild Jacko has appeared. Yeah. This is my first taste of Opus 23. Missed out on all the pre-release.
Yeah.
Missed out on all the shenanigans. I've been frolicking away on holiday. And here I am, back in the action.
Yeah, and we thought we'd ease him into Opus 23. Just a nice anti-chaos deck and some Scions. Chaos will come, I'm sure.
You got to feel for Mason. He brings this deck to fight chaos and then doesn't see it.
Well, I mean, I think we got Preston might be playing it. Morgan's playing it in his monsters, but it's not the sort of turbo chaos.
Sure.
So I think there is at least enough of it out there that you'll probably run into it at some point.
Pretty even kilter at the moment. Pulled slightly ahead with one extra forward, one extra backup.
Yeah, we do have to be careful though, because again, Ishtola being able to give your guys first strike here could be big.
And also, if that Ishtola lives for a turn, if we're Mason, we've almost got to deal with this Ishtola now because it hasn't got haste. The Ishtola can give itself haste.
It can.
I thought it was the Alisei that gave it haste. So,
but you have to. Well, no, yeah, because you can tap any Cat 14, right? So yeah, it can give itself haste.
Yeah, with that Urianger and Thancred up, so yeah. We do need to be wary of the S effect coming at some point, potentially.
Yeah, I think Mason has tried, but I'm not really sure. I don't think anything particularly went wrong for him, let's be honest. It was just probably maybe a bit slow, perhaps, for him to get started. And obviously, again, we had the Man in Black ready, but it didn't really get off the ground anymore. So.
Well, the issue is that Mason did draw a lot of backups.
He did.
So he was limited on what forwards he could play. And unfortunately, Water Lightning Scions has a lot of removal. And I think Mason has walked into that first strike.
He has, absolutely. Because, again, you can block, then give yourself
Billy
first
Bob's
strike.
starting to get a bit dizzy from spinning around so much.
You spin me right round, Billy Bob round. Anyway.
And he spins all the way into the break zone. So
yes, Jack, that's right. It's rare that we get to bring you in Opus 23 a game that goes past 3 rounds. So
it looks like we're going into the Kusith. What are we grabbing? Grabbing the Man in Black.
Yeah, I suppose we can do Kusith again.
So just deciding as to what we keep. It seems like getting rid of double Mist Dragon, but the issue with getting rid of double Mist Dragon is, I believe his last. Oh no, he has got an Ixion.
Oh, okay. That could make a difference.
He's got an Ixion, and we know he's got Lightning Seep in hand, so that would kill the Lightning and the Urianger
but not.
And you could say something else can't attack.
Yeah, it's not going to get rid of the Ashtola though, because he's not got the CP to pay that extra bit. But he's doing what he can, just trying to, I think, claw his way back into this. So.
But is the threat of the Ixon enough to buy Mason a turn so that he can then use it next turn and kill a few more things?
I mean...
So we're getting the draw of Tataru.
Yeah. I mean, like, Ixion as a threat is a nice one, but you're still only going to lose your two smallest guys. You could still attack in with the Thancred and give first strike, but then you are potentially facing lethal if Mason has any form of haste.
Double Odin into break zone. Paying 5. Is this a Tidus turn?
Looks like it is.
There's a bunch of cards going in.
Yeah,
there's Tidus.
This thing is nutty.
Yeah. The bar for what all Limit Break legends should be.
Please don't bring up Ico. that made me so sad.
So it looks like we've gone for the Ixion on the stack. That's going to remove those characters, so now he doesn't have 8.
Yeah, and only one attacker, which I think is the important thing here.
Yeah. So heads up play from Mason there. So Tidus.
I'm surprised Paul went in on that. That was a lot to risk just to pull out one, force an Ixion, let's be fair.
Well, I think he was going for the win. Maybe he didn't realise, maybe he didn't do the maths right, maybe he thought he had 5 backups, so that he thought he would still be at 8 characters. But, I mean, he's still in such a strong position, because despite that, he's managed to play a whole new Lightning. He's now got an Astinian.
That Astinian is so good as well. When he gets to attack, he gets to add.
I imagine, grabbing the Alisade.
Yeah, because
I thought we might have grabbed an Ashtola in preparation for an S effect.
Yeah, because the wind one is in there, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this Astinian is up there as one of my favourite cards in the set. You got to use it in the pre-release quite well.
So offering the party, and Mason just going to take it and hits an Emperor.
Wow, he's playing the Dark Emperor there.
Yeah.
He really was hoping to come up against Chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't think that man in black is frozen.
Yes, Jack, that is right. Paul has tapped his backups both ways.
He's a madman.
Yeah,
He's an absolute madman.
Hasn't he proved that to you already? Mason trying to math it out. He's going with he's got Kusith in hand. Oh, okay.
For the other line, okay. I assume we want to probably try and rip an Ishtola.
Definitely.
Because we don't want to have any S effect stuff. Although there's none in there. Okay.
So what happened to the wind one?
Well, it got removed with the extra.
Sure,
that was right at the start
that's
of the game.
right, yeah.
Yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. That is Dark Emperor. Mason, giving it a whirl, try and deal with some of the new meta decks that have sprouted up from...
And by meta decks, just Chaos, I think.
Well, and the high-low Tidus.
Yeah, okay, fair.
It stops, it turns that off as well.
It doesn't really help against monsters, as Clampman found out against Morgan in some friendlies earlier.
Yeah, and it doesn't also help out too much.
Oh, so Man in Black going to get back an Odin.
Mason's going for it. He's going for the win.
Immediately he's going to make the Thancred not block as well. None of it matters. Is this enough? Will we hit any X?
You could cut the tendon with a knife.
Mason with a miraculous comeback there.
Out of nowhere.
Man in Black showing its worth that it can hang around still in this day and age.
And John, you're absolutely spot on. Definitely paid actor gameplay that. Tease you, make you think it's going one way, then the other way, 6-6, and then a 7-6 win from Mason.
Yeah, this is like the WWE, you know, we're the writers. We decide ahead of time who wins. You know?
Yeah, the reason why there's no commentator cam is that actually in the background we're sat right in front of the players, telling them what to do.
Exactly.
Obviously not. No, all credits to Mason. That was a well worked game. Fantastic to see. And maybe we'll get him over for a bit of a chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, we'll be back shortly. And we are back with the winner of round 1. Mason flipped that game right on his head. I think obviously the main play there was obviously the Tidus. How, as you were telling me beforehand, how happy were you to see that?
I literally only learned the ruling for some reason, and it cost me a match, and it just stuck with me. And then as soon as I saw him play Tidus, I was like, yes, get me in the game, I'm back.
No one cut that and make any memes out of his face.
So that was chuck. And then, I made a misplay, obviously, with Billy Bob swinging in. So I just totally forgot he could get first strike.
Yeah.
I was like, at worst, he blocks with a Fancred anyway, and then I just miss Dragon this 1-for-1 and hopefully I do something. And then I just got lucky with VX with Tyro getting me a Sonon to actually keep me in the game was also nice.
So talk us through the deck. I know this seemed like a very anti-meta sort of pick, anti-chaos, so to speak.
Yeah.
We saw the Dark Emperor go to damage. I'm guessing that's probably a 1-of, is it?
2-of.
Oh, okay.
Just because I'm trying to ounce out every bit of value, I'm running 2 because I'm running that 6-drop chaos, and you need 2 dark cards to break something. So it's just like extra thing of value, and also no one expects the second one in tested.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
And then it's just like the second one comes down, they're like, I wouldn't expect it.
We did see a bit early in the game as well. You pretty much were flooded with backups as well. Did that hurt you? Because it felt like you were a bit slow getting off the starting line.
I don't think it hurt me in a major way. Just because Earth Lightning's to a detriment sometimes. It's just quite slow. You mostly just deal with what you're given. And obviously in the limit break you have stuff like Lightning and like Cloud just to deal with the board a bit.
Yeah.
And backups can also go to forwards because you have the Noctis in limit break as well. And then it's just, so you can just, it gave me less choices, which is always nice. Just like, I fob those off, I get to play Man in Black. Like, sure, like they would be nice being other things, but they're not EXs that I'm drawing, so they're still in the deck, and rather see them then rather on like the final turn.
Sure.
That like mattered.
Yeah.
So it's fine to see them on a slow turn.
Yeah. Talk us through your LB. Obviously, we know you've got Lightning, we know you've got Cloud in there. Are you playing things like Edge at all?
No.
Okay.
I don't, because I never really have a big board. I know it's limit break, and I probably will add it on later. For that like flex slot, I'm just running like a 1 of Luna Freya, just because Tyro and Shintoto run a bunch of EX bursts as well, so it will be fine when it does come out. So that's just my flex slot. But other than that, it's pretty basic. It's like 2 Cloud, 1 Lightning, 2 Mat, Noctis, and then that pretty much just fills it up.
Nice. So I guess you're probably one of the only people in the room hoping to run into Chaos.
Yeah, the matchup is pretty favoured. I think it's like 9-1 to me.
Nice.
The only time I lose is just like, well, if they just have the nuts and you just draw like in a regular matchup. The hardest part is obviously nowhere near against Chaos, because there's some hands that you keep that would dominate Chaos. Then if you're against like a regular deck, let's say like Scion, you just get outspent.
Yeah.
But then just like basic cards, so like the Seymour putting the EX burst on top, which means they have to stack their Chaoses properly. So normally they could go obviously like SFXC, ask you for a response, and obviously you have to miss Dragon. They can't do that because as soon as the thing resolves, the EX comes down, Chaos dies, then you miss Dragon and nothing happens.
Sure.
So it kind of messes up their lines, and there's not many in that deck anyway, so the ones that you can affect. And then just basic board wipes of Shadowlord, Shintoto, it should be a blowout most of the time.
Nice. Any decks is like are your bad matchups that you've come across yet?
Not that I've come across, but I'm really curious about the Hyphodeus deck, because obviously it seems like it goes quite wide, and obviously I have Shintoto and stuff, but then I might not be able to hit stuff with like, let's say like the 5-drop Odin that says 5 or less. They run a lot of 6s and stuff like that, so I feel like I might just get outsped there if I don't just drop a Shintoto like turn 2, but I haven't played it yet, so I feel like that matchup would probably be very dictated by me just Shintoto or not.
Sure. So, well, with that being said, then guys, we will take a short break because apparently Jacko wants me for something.
New round.
New round already? Oh, okay. So guys, we'll be back quickly with round 2. So catch you in a bit.